what's up guys? So as you just saw, I just went to the car wash. I was going to be installing my mud flaps today, the ZL1 add-on mud flaps, and I was like, okay, the car's really dirty, let me go get it washed. But then my dumb self, I forgot my microfiber towels inside the house, so I had to jump to Pep Boys and I bought this waterless car wash and rain repellent. So I'm just gonna go over the car. I did like hose the car down with the foam and stuff, so I'm gonna go over this, get it nice and clean. Maybe even vacuum the inside. The inside is very dirty and I've been neglecting it for a while, but let me do that and then we'll get to the install of the mud flaps. Hopefully it's easy, unlike the last video, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so quick change of plans. The car is super dirty. That water wash, whatever I did not work at all. So now I'm just gonna clean the fenders where I'm gonna install the mud flaps, and that's about it. The rest of it is gonna have to be washed fully again with the actual like pressure washer and soap and proper stuff. So let me just install the mud flaps. Forget about this. Now I'm gonna vacuum the rest of the car and then we'll see how it goes. So these are the ZL1 add-on mud flaps for the 2019, actually 2015 to 2020 Dodge Chargers. As you can see, it comes pre-drilled with the, it's kind of indented so the screws kind of sit flat. And this is the side that you would see, and you can see it's kind of textured, which looks nice. The other side is like flat black, but I kind of like how the design is. They give some 3M tape to help stick to the car, as well as these little pieces. I think these, what they do is they stick onto the edge of this and then the edge of your fender and kind of just clamps them together so they don't move. On the instructions, it only says that 2 of the holes are going to utilize the stock little plastic screws. So not sure how the rest of the holes are going to fit, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Originally, I was planning on doing the Vicrez, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they're mud flaps. And the reason I like them a little bit more is because they're a little bit more aggressive than this and they stick out just a tiny bit more. But the only downside to that was that they're not pre-drilled with the proper mounting locations. And I used to have a Subaru, and on that I did my own mud flaps where I had to drill and make sure everything was even and properly installed, and that was one of the most annoying things I ever did. So with these, I made sure to get pre-mounted ones, and I think there's only a few companies that actually sell mud flaps for the Chargers, Vicrez ZL1 add-ons and a few others, but maybe 1 or 2. So I made sure to go up with the quality. I paid a little bit more for these than the Vicrez ones, but I'm not regretting it all now. Is looking at the quality and the build of these. I'm actually very happy with what I bought. So I'm gonna install these. They're not gonna be a huge like difference on the car. It's going to be very minor, and only a few people who actually know I installed these are going to notice that they're installed. But this is more for me, and then save the actual fender of the car. So as you can see, there's a bunch of poke that I'll have because I'm running 1-inch spacers in the front. So I needed something. What I noticed was, especially when it's raining and I'm turning, stuff will just fly all over the car. So you can kind of see it all the way down here. Stuff will literally fly to the back of the car, and I needed something where it protects the paint, even if it's just a little bit. So it's gonna sit like that, right there. So it's gonna sit like that. That's how it's gonna look, and it should protect a good amount, at least when I'm driving in the rain and stuff. So that's the main goal with these. So I'm gonna put you guys down. I'm gonna start installing these, and hopefully it's actually easy this time, unlike the headlight bulbs, which was a pain in the ass completely. But yeah, let's get to it. So first things first, I turned the wheel all the way so I have better access to these 4 plastic screws right there. And then I'm gonna take these off, see how this fits. Hopefully all 4 of those bolts, it looks like all 4 of those little screws are gonna fit properly. And then I'm gonna put this on. And then I gotta make sure to clean it first so this 3M tape sticks on properly. So let me clean that. I'm gonna put you guys down, and then it should be a quick 30-second install, to be honest. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I absolutely hate these plastic screws. I'd rather sit here and hand loose like Allen bolts or something like that than pull these out. These are the most annoying things ever, but I guess I know why they use them all around the car. There's so many of them. But let me show you guys the benefit of paying a little bit more for better quality. So I haven't pulled the tape off yet, the 3M tape that goes around here, but these bolts, these little plastic screws lined up absolutely perfectly. So as you can see, those two I still need to put in. The top one fit absolutely perfect. That one fit in perfect. And this is how it's looking so far. So that's how aggressive it is. And I feel like that's a good size. Anything more would be a little bit like, I would say too much. But this is a good size, and I think it'll do a good job for what its purpose is. That literally took me all of 40 seconds. I put the camera down, pulled out these plastic screws right here, and then put in the new ones, put on the mud flap, and then just put them back in. And easy as that. On my Subaru, this process took me at least 2 hours because one, I had to measure on both sides, get all the mounting holes properly, drill them, make sure they were big enough, and then go back and forth between both sides of the car to make sure all 4 mud flaps on the car were just equal and they were all coming out the same width and this and that. So it was a total pain in the ass, but this, thank God I did it. I needed something easy like this to install. So let me just put in the last 2 holes, and then I'm gonna jump to the other side, get that done, and I'll show you guys the end product. I got it all installed, looking good. I left just a tiny bit of the 3M tape so I can grab it. Oh crap, hold up. Come on. Just start pulling this, and then sticking it right where I want. There we go. Put some nice pressure on there so that tape has a good like adhesion to the panel. There we go. Nice. And then they gave these. Let me get these out. And these clamp on from the backside right here. So it's gonna clamp onto the actual fender and this piece. So it should go like this. And same thing with this one. There we go. So just an extra piece of protection. So even if someone hits this, so now like, nothing, it's not coming off. This one, not sure why, but it won't fit back in. So I'll just forget about that one. This side's all done. Over like this and do this side. Let's try it. So same thing with this side. Just gonna make sure I clean it properly, pull out these plastic screws, and then install the mud flap, and then I'll show you guys how it is fully installed and ready to go. And just like that, nice and done. It's on there sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Put all the screws in this side. I still haven't put the little brackets on, but just to show how sturdy this is, it's not going anywhere. With the tape helps a lot. So I'm gonna put those on, pull the car out, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Okay, so the car doesn't look that dirty in the sun. It actually looks pretty clean, but if you go up close, see a lot of watermarks and stuff like that, but it came out nice. Like I said, it's a subtle kind of mod that you want to put on the car. I don't think I'm gonna do it on the back side, but that looks good. Let me go check the other side real quick. Yeah, nice clean little install. See, that's how dirty the car is. I just cleaned that so the mud flap, the 3M tape on the mud flap doesn't get stuck to any of the mud, but that's how dirty the actual car is. overall, the car's coming together. I actually sat down yesterday and I ordered the strut tower bars. I was originally gonna do just the front for the engine, but then I was like, why not? And I ordered the rear too. So the strut tower bars are coming from BMR Suspension, I believe was the name of it. And they came in red. So I ordered them in red because originally I was gonna paint the oil catch can red, and I still plan on doing that pretty soon. So that way I'll have a red strut tower bar in the front of the engine bay, or in the front engine bay, and then I'll have a red one as well in the back strut towers, which will hopefully help in some handling because the car needs as much as it can, especially when you're going fast over corners and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps and adds to the aesthetic of the car. So yeah guys, definitely subscribe for more. So give me about a week and I'll have the strut tower bars in, and that's going to be another install video that's coming pretty soon. Subscribe, comment, like, anything helps at all. Commenting, liking, it helps a lot. It lets other people see what I'm doing on my car and lets me show what I'm doing. So help me out, subscribe, and it's going to push me to do more for my car as well. Stuff is getting a little bit expensive now because all the small stuff is done, and now I just have the bigger stuff left. So the strut tower bars, you're looking at about $300 or so. Could be a little bit more depending on the company that you use to get it. But for me, $300, and after this is just all big stuff left for the car. So subscribe, comment, like, and hopefully we have some pretty unique, nice stuff coming soon. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.